Virgin Waterfall. The Virgin Waterfall is a waterfall on the Krong River, a tributary of the Srepok River, in Srepok district, Nong province. The Krong River is the border between Nong province and Daklak province. Location. The waterfall is located about 3 km from the center of Srepok district, and about 20 km from Waterfall city along National Highway 14. The waterfall is currently being exploited by Daklak Tourism Company with many diverse accompanying tourism services. Admire the poetic beauty of the Virgin Waterfall in Daklak. In particular, the land with many beautiful waterfalls must mention the Central Highlands. If you have the opportunity to come to Daklak, one of the prominent landmarks of the Central Highlands mountains and forests, do not miss a chance to admire the impressive wild beauty of the wonderful waterfall called the Virgin Waterfall. Traveling to Daklak almost always has to be associated with journeys to explore the source waterfall, otherwise it will be very boring. Daklak has many waterfalls pouring down the rocks into white streams, including the New Waterfall lying peacefully on the gentle Srepok River, about 20 km southwest of Waterfall city. It can be said that New Waterfall is a unique Daklak tourist destination, giving you a deep feeling of the combination of services with the cultural identity of the Central Highlands ethnic groups. The name of the waterfall comes from a folk story about a young woman who threw herself into the water to keep her faithful love for her lover. Moved by her steadfast heart, the people named the waterfall New Waterfall. Not too famous, not too majestic like Sap Waterfall or Geelong Waterfall, which are also located on the Srepok River system, New Waterfall is gentle, poetic, and flows smoothly. Because the flow of this waterfall does not fall from above, but weaves through flat rocks, creating a gentle, deep stream of water. Surrounding the waterfall are large column-shaped quartz rocks, ancient forest trees, which further increase the attraction for those who come here. Hidden behind the cliffs is a bathing beach with clear water. You can scoop up each cool stream to feel the purity in the middle of the mountains and forests. The natural beauty of the waterfall along with the mysterious legend about it has created the charming color of New Waterfall. When visiting this waterfall, you will feel the unique charm of the rapids in the middle of the majestic forest, with many unique caves along the shore and in the middle of the waterfall. With its wonderful advantages, New Waterfall is always a choice containing many interesting things, for your journey of discovery and experience when coming to this pristine Daklak mountain forest. Legend has it that the name of the waterfall New originated from a folk tale about the love of a local girl. Because of her troubled love, she threw herself into the water to keep her love. Moved by the girl's action, the people around the area named the waterfall New. There is also another legend that every year a girl drowns here, and people have found it to be very true. In fact, this is a very dangerous section of the river. The large rocks and the fast-flowing river make up the unique features of the waterfall. New Waterfall is not a beautiful waterfall because there is no waterfall pouring down from above, because in fact this is just a rapid with a relatively gentle flow in the dry season but is very fierce in the rainy season of the Central Highlands. The waterfall is very special with large black columnar basalt rocks with a geological age of 2 to 5 million years in the middle of the river or protruding from the shore. Currently, the Geological Museum is carrying out the necessary procedures to ask the Vietnamese government to recognize the basalt area at New Waterfall as a geological heritage and to build a geological park here. This is also a tourist destination that is relatively well organized and invested in the region. With New Waterfall, the muse of the Central Highlands mountains and forests. The water of New Waterfall always flows in rhythm as the words whispers of a muse with graceful, gentle beauty. The waterfall is formed of large and small rocks instead of giant rapids. Sap Waterfall is also known as Husband Waterfall. The waterfall is located about 30 km south of Waterfall city. Not far from Sap Waterfall is Drainer Waterfall, or Wife Waterfall, 12°3231 and 107°5323 in Daklak province. About 3.5 km upstream is Geelong Waterfall, 12°3140 and 107°54490. According to the Ada language, Sap means smoke waterfall, Waterfall, Sap, smoke, because because the water flowing from above into the valley creates a large mass of water mist flying like smoke. Legend has it that, in the past in Daklak, the Srepok River was just a normal stream, flowing around the village. And then, on both sides of the river, a couple fell in love, but their love was not only separated by the river, but also forbidden by their two families. Too miserable, in a quiet night, the couple threw themselves into the water to be together forever. At that moment, from somewhere, a strong wind and huge waves arose, splitting the Srepok River into two branches, which later people called the male branch and the female branch. The flow of the male branch created Sap Waterfall, and the flow of the female branch is the embodiment of Drainer Waterfall. Sap is a system of 3 spectacular waterfalls. The Srepok River flows down from upstream to here and is divided into 3 levels. Previously, visitors often only came to the first waterfall after going down the stone steps. During the rainy season, the water poured down fiercely, spraying water that spread over an area of thousands of square meters. In addition to Sap, there are 2 more waterfalls on the other side of the main waterfall. When passing the suspension bridge, visitors will come to a high, airy land. This is an island located between 2 waterfalls of the Sap system. That is New Waterfall, Ham Waterfall, about 12 m high, consisting of 2 streams of water pouring into the majestic and poetic landscape in the middle of the Great Forest. About 100 m from New Waterfall is a large waterfall, also part of the Sap system. This waterfall is also 12 m high but 140 m wide, always creating fine mist like smoke. Today, Sap has become a tourist attraction in the Central Highlands. All tours to Daklak, Bon Mathuot stop here to rest. In the years 1930 to 1933, the French colonialists built National Highway 14 from Bon Mathuot to Saigon. This road passes through the Sap Thuong waterfall area, partly serving their military and economic purposes. To complete the project, along with the suspension bridge over the Krong River, 40 m from the waterfall, the French colonialists mobilized laborers and revolutionary prisoners to work hard, enduring cruel tortures. Under oppression and whips, many people sacrificed themselves in the deep forests and abysses. The suspension bridge landmarks and Geelong Road are still preserved to this day, as evidence of a painful but resilient period of the nation. Thanks to that historical value, in 1999, Sap Waterfall was recognized as a National Scenic Monument by the Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism. The powerful water flows from a height of more than 20 m, creating white waves, blending with the surrounding landscape, creating a magnificent natural picture. The branches of the waterfall with clear and cool water, combined with the fresh air of the Central Highlands, bring a feeling of relaxation and dispel all fatigue. When standing near the waterfall, you will hear the sound of rushing water like a powerful harmony of nature. At the same time, you will also feel the freshness and wildness of the surrounding landscape. Unforgettable experiences at Sap Waterfall. When you set foot in Sap Waterfall, you will not only enjoy the majestic beauty of nature but also have the opportunity to experience interesting activities, creating unforgettable memories. Participate in exciting games when coming to the waterfall. Sap Waterfall is an ideal paradise for outdoor enthusiasts. You can enjoy the fresh air, relax by the cool stream during exciting camping and barbecue sessions. Bathing under the waterfall is an interesting but very dangerous activity. If you love thrills, do not miss the opportunity to bathe in the waterfall or kayak to explore the wild beauty of nature. However, you need to be careful because the water current here is very strong. Thuy Tien Waterfall. Thuy Tien Waterfall, Vietnam. Thuy Tien Waterfall, also known as Ba Tang Waterfall, is a waterfall in the land of Ea Phuc Commune, Krong Nang District, Daklak Province, Vietnam. This is a beautiful, wild landscape in the middle of the mountains and forests with countless rocks lying on top of each other and the roots of the forest trees intertwined, looking very strange. Because there are 3 levels of water falling, it is also called Ba Tang Waterfall. The first level is narrow, has a small slope with easy steps up and down. The second level is wide with many stone steps, and has shallow lakes where you can bathe. The third level of water falls from above into a wide and deep lake, creating white foam and then returning to a gentle flow, winding in the deep green forest. Located in about 30 hectares, stretching nearly 1 kilometer, over 40 m wide. An old story has it that once in this land, a disaster struck the village. For some reason, Zhang was angry and made the sun shine forever, causing the rivers and lakes to dry up. Nang's husband and the young men in the village had to go far away to find a new land, but several moons had passed without them returning. Nang waited and waited, wearily missing her husband and also feeling sorry for the sight of the village gradually dying from hunger, thirst, and disease. She decided to set out to find her husband and find a new land. She walked and searched, and finally collapsed in the middle of a dry stream. Zhang felt sorry for her and sent torrential rain, and the rivers and streams were soon full of water again, and life spread again, but Nang could not live again. Her hair spread along the small stream and became a beautiful and graceful waterfall like the heart of a gentle and loyal Ada girl. She died so that the villagers could live. In memory of her, the villagers named the river that flows through this land after her and still talk about the legend of a girl. Tourist spots. Compared to other waterfalls in Daklak such as Geelong Waterfall, Krong Waterfall, Tweet Yen Waterfall is less known due to inconvenient access. However, with its beauty and after the national highway to Phu Yen passing through here is upgraded, the waterfall will be known by more people and they will come to admire and enjoy its wild, poetic, and charming beauty. Recognizing Tweet Yen Waterfall as a national relic. According to the Department of Culture, Sports, and Tourism of Daklak Province, the Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism has just issued a decision to recognize Tweet Yen Waterfall as a national relic, photo, in Ea Phuc Commune, Krong Nang District. Tweet Yen Waterfall is currently one of the most beautiful landscapes in Daklak Province. In addition, this place also contains great values in terms of ecological resources, because surrounding the waterfall is the Ea Phuc Primeval Forest adjacent to the Ea So Nature Reserve. Originating from streams in the deep forest, it flows into 4 main waterfalls. Each waterfall has its own beauty. Tweet Yen is like a fairy hidden in the mountains and forests with gentle waterfalls winding in the middle of the forest. Coming to the scenic Tweet Yen Waterfall, we will be able to immerse ourselves in the sound of the stream, watching the magical picture of nature on both sides of the waterfall, with vertical cliffs reaching halfway up the sky, and countless species of flowers, butterflies, birds, and animals. According to many reviews of Tweet Yen Waterfall, around the waterfall is a vivid picture of dense forests, rocky streams, and countless species of wild flowers blooming shyly along the path. This place is cool all year round, the air is pure and the sound of forest birds chirping like accompaniment to the sound of the waterfall, making people just want to leave behind the city to fully immerse themselves in the breath of the earth and sky. It is the delicate harmony between the pristine features, pleasant climate, and the 3-tiered waterfall structure that creates a special attraction, turning Tweet Yen Waterfall into a beautiful waterfall in the Central Highlands that anyone wants to touch once, to admire with their own eyes and to let their hearts slow down, full of nature. Krong Waterfall is a waterfall originating in the Western Highlands, possessing a wild and poetic beauty that captivates people's hearts. This is an ideal stop for those who love nature and are passionate about discovery, because every angle of this place brings interesting and surprising things. Krong Waterfall, the wild beauty of the Central Highlands nature. Krong Waterfall is located in Krong Bang District, Daklak Province, in the Central Highlands of Vietnam. About 3 kilometers from the center of Krong Bang District, 60 kilometers from the center of Bon Ma Thuot City. Krong Waterfall is about 3 kilometers from the center of Krong Bang District. This is one of the prominent waterfalls, originating from the Chu Yang Sin mountain range, the highest mountain in Daklak. With an impressive height, the water from the waterfall flows through natural rock layers, creating a majestic, magnificent, and captivating scene. Surrounding the waterfall is a cool natural landscape with vast forests. The sound of the waterfall blends with the chirping of birds, bringing you a space that is both wild and peaceful. That beauty not only leaves in the hearts of each visitor wonderful experiences but also helps them fully feel the unique beauty of the Central Highlands. Following the waterfall, you will see the waterfall becomes more peaceful with a calm stream, ideal for those who love to bathe and enjoy the fresh air. This is also one of the ideal places for you to check in and save beautiful photos. Each corner of the waterfall brings a unique beauty, moments that you cannot miss when coming here. Bathing in the waterfall, camping with friends. Bathing in the waterfall at Krong Kmar Waterfall tourist area is an interesting experience that you should definitely not miss when coming here. Immerse yourself in the cool water, you will feel a wonderful refreshment, helping to dispel the troubles of life. The strong stream of water pouring down from above creates white foam, combined with a light mist, making the space mysterious and attractive. Next to Krong Kmar Waterfall is a rich primeval forest, home to many unique and novel species of plants and animals. Going deep into the green forest, you will feel like you are immersed in nature, wandering along the trails while listening to the chirping of birds. Tourist attractions near Krong Kmar Waterfall. Besides the majestic beauty of Krong Kmar Waterfall, the surrounding area also has many interesting destinations such as Daklak Waterfall, Daklak Cave, Yangre Lake and Chu Yang Sin National Park. Each location has its own unique characteristics, promising to bring visitors memorable experiences.